In just 60 days, I'm at over 75K profit merchant fulfilling products on Amazon. And there's tons of misinformation out there about how to actually use FBM and the benefits of merchant fulfilling. So in this tutorial, I'm gonna walk through everything you need to know about selling products FBM, how to identify if you can FBM product, the pros and cons, different supplies to use, shipping costs, and everything in between. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Miles. I'm a 25-year-old seven-figure Amazon seller on a mission to help as many of you guys as possible build a side hustle or business of your dreams, flipping name brand products on Amazon. Let's get right into the FBM tutorial. Merchant fulfilled tutorial for beginners, everything you need to know about FBM. So what exactly is merchant fulfilling? Typically when you hear about Amazon FBA, they are talking about sending products bulk to the Amazon warehouse, where then when a customer places an order from one of the listings that you're on, they fulfill the orders directly to your customers. However, in certain cases, it can make more sense to ship the orders directly to the customers yourself, so you manually sending the packages individually, especially seasonal products and during the fourth quarter. Right? My personal experience with FBM is different than most people. As I said, there's tons of misinformation out there. A lot of people don't think you can make a lot with Amazon or Amazon merchant fulfilling, or that if it's lucrative and such. I actually did 300K in revenue in my first 6 months, pretty much exclusively merchant fulfilled. My first December, I did about 300K in revenue with about 50K in profit, mostly FBM just in 1 month. And then my biggest month ever in December of 2022 was 471K revenue and about 80K profit, over half of which was FBM. A lot of hours spent in the warehouse fulfilling those orders, but completely worth it for the money I was able to make, right? So the pros of FBM and the pros of FBA, to compare them, right? So with merchant fulfilled products, it's really nice because you can get them listed instantly rather than waiting for them to take maybe 1, 2, or even 3 weeks in some cases to check into Amazon FBA. That lets you sell through your inventory faster and restock those products faster. Tons of my students who have grown really quick, they're just leveraging merchant fulfilled so they can flip their money a lot quicker. And then when they buy something, they get feedback on that purchase a lot quicker because they don't have to wait for FBA lead times. So they learn quicker and restock those items quicker. There's also no FBA fees, which is pretty convenient as well. And then specific pretty tactical tip is that items that are $25 plus but are well below £1 are more profitable FBM compared to FBA. Think like items like shorts, t-shirts, hats, beauty products typically are a little bit more efficient from a monetary perspective to FBM compared to FBA. And we're also going to talk about it in what cases you want to FBA and FBM too in this video as well. The big pros of selling products on Amazon FBA, and you can do literally the same listing. You can do FBA and FBM. You can do both on the same account, so you don't have to worry about that, right? It's a lot more scalable because you can ship products in bulk to Amazon together, right? You don't have to fill individual orders with Amazon FBA. It's more delegatable because you can use a prep center. You can also sell items at higher prices compared to FBM in a lot of cases because Amazon incentivizes the buy box share to FBA sellers because Amazon makes more money in fees. However, in certain cases, they give it to FBM sellers, and I'm going to talk about this in this video here, right? A really important component of actually getting the buy box as an FBM seller is considering moving your shipping settings to 0-day handling time, right? And the premise of that is if you can get items to customers faster in your and you show them that in the settings and you're willing to ship the orders out quicker, Amazon gives you more buy box share, right? Inventory can take a while to check in FBA, like I said, so you can dominate back-ordered FBA sellers with FBM. I'm going to show you guys how to identify that. In order to turn on 0-day handling time, basically you set a cutoff time, and items prior to that you have to ship same day. Which is obviously extra work, but it's also a lot of extra profit and a lot of extra proof of concept if you're a beginner. You get that set up by going to settings and the top right, then hitting shipping settings, then general shipping settings in the middle, scroll to the bottom and toggle on 0-day handling time. And this is really helpful in terms of just getting your account moving in the FBM buy box algorithm. For example, I don't do 0-day handling time because I don't have to, because my account's been in the algorithm a while. I know how to spot really FBM friendly listings. However, when you're newer, it's really nice to get that extra proof of concept, right? It's more work, but it's also more profit. And then it's also really important to know how to decipher and identify the delivery dates on different products, and I'm going to show you guys an example of that so you can spot FBM opportunities. So we're here over on Amazon, and we can take a look at this product, which is currently in the buy box at $67 right here, and we can see it's an FBM seller currently in buy box because we can see it doesn't ship from Amazon. It ships from the specific seller. We can also see that this item doesn't appear to be FBM friendly because it's dominated by FBA sellers. However, we can clearly see that this seller currently in the buy box is FBM, and then we can further back up if we go here on Keepa and hit data, and then buy box stats, we can see about 20% of the buy box share is going to FBM sellers. This section of Keepa right here is really, really beneficial in terms of you can filter to see who's getting buy box most often, who's getting buy box at the highest prices, whether they're FBA or FBM, looking at this column right here, as well as seeing who's getting it most recently right here too, because you can see sometimes sellers get the buy box way higher literally in the same couple days here, like one seller's going at 66, one seller's going at 58, etc. And then in terms of actually identifying FBM opportunities and plugging in on the seller profit calculator, what you want to do is go here, and then we can talk about that to FBM, and then you plug in the estimated shipping cost, which I'm going to show you guys in a couple minutes too. But the big thing in terms of actually deciphering is we can see the seller in the buy box here currently has delivery dates that are very, very good. I'm filming this on January 22nd here, and if we take a look at the other sellers down here, we can see that there's a lot of FBA sellers, but their delivery dates are way worse, which basically means that their inventory is currently backward and it's still waiting to be checked in. So even some of these sellers that are price competitive, their delivery dates aren't until February, so of course they're not getting the buy box as often, right? And that they still might be getting the buy box. We could verify that from the buy box stats. We can see here that these are sellers that are waiting for their inventory to be checked in FBA, and naturally they're not getting the buy box as much as these FBM sellers that have way better delivery dates that are most likely in 0-day handling time, right? So it's really important to understand and be able to decipher those delivery dates to decide whether or not you can FBM something. And how do you ultimately decide if you should FBM a listing? The short answer is you can just test it for 72 hours in 0-day handling time and see what happens. And the long answer is actually taking a look on the listing and leveraging data that exists to see if you can get the buy box FBM. We can see this listing is probably not going to be FBM friendly because it's dominated by FBA sellers here. We can validate that by taking a look at the buy box stats as well here, such and two. But something like this item we can see is getting, well above 50% of the sellers on the listing are FBM. So this is something I'd feel very safe testing out FBM too, and then we can further back that up by taking a look at the buy box stats and such, although this listing actually doesn't have a buy box, so we can see it's fairly misleading here. But either way, in terms of the 180, we can see this is a very FBM friendly listing. Taking a look at that FBA column, seeing the lack of check marks right there and such too. So the big thing in terms of deciding if you can FBM a listing is just looking at what the other sellers are doing. Shipping cost estimates. So this is kind of a hot topic in terms of something a lot of sellers are confused about because they're thinking, okay, I want to try FBM. I know how to toggle on the FBM calculator and seller amp like I just showed you guys, but I don't know what to put in for that estimated shipping cost right there. So an important thing to understand is that you're going to want to charge free shipping for your standard orders. And then in terms of estimating shipping costs, this is a great just post to just screenshot or take notes of, and eventually you'll memorize it. You can see the weight by toggling over the box on seller amp right on the profit calculator that shows the weight of a product. And now you know what to estimate here. In general, in many cases, items below 1 pound are going to go USPS and items above 1 pound are going to go UPS. However, there's going to be certain cases where, that's not the case, but you just kind of just buy whatever's cheaper and you buy shipping through Amazon, as Amazon gives really nice insurance on it. In terms of shipping templates, right? So like I said, charge free shipping for standard orders. However, it does make a lot of sense to consider charging a lot for expedited, next day, and 2-day shipping orders. You can make a lot of extra profit like this. Lots of my students made like $20 extra profit per sale in a lot of cases by having $35 or $30, $25 plus $1 per pound as their expedited next day and 2-day shipping costs in their shipping templates in December. This is especially helpful during seasonal opportunities, but you want to make sure you're not getting screwed if a customer does buy that more expensive shipping too. Right here, shipping supplies, nice and easy, just standardize this, 9x12 and 12x15.5 gray poly mailers on Amazon. You get free 4x6 labels from UPS on their website. I highly recommend doing that today. You get free FBM boxes for USPS orders from USPS, as well as for unbranded like UPS type of orders for FBM, like 12x10x8 box range from Staples, Walmart, Uline, Lowe's, etc. is really optimal for that stuff. In terms of your checklist to move forward here, so you want to write down these shipping costs, you know what to estimate in SellerAmp. Order some of those shipping supplies like I just showed you guys. Consider going in 0-day handling time, which is really key for buy box share. Make sure you get your shipping templates updated to charge a lot for expedited next day, etc. Get a repricer free trial. That's going to be helpful for getting max buy box share as well. And remember, if other people are making money with FBM, you can too. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Make sure to subscribe for more. Let me know any questions down below and check out my full free course right here and my full reprice tutorial right here. See you guys in the next one.